Cierra is involved in a lot of different things. And honestly, when I first met her, I was surprised at the breadth and how much she reached out to different areas. So I just want to start the conversation by kind of letting Cierra tell us about the different outreach things that she does, the different organizations that she's a part of, and why she chose to be a part of those different things.
Okay. Like now that you're saying it, it seems like I do a lot. Maybe I do. But yeah. So again, like this is going into my second year. So when I first came here, fall semester, I came directly from undergraduate. So I think I'm kind of like carrying on like the next, like the same thought process as I did in undergraduate. I was involved in undergraduate too as well. So I did a lot of things. And I think kind of like Letitia was saying, in grad school, I thought like continuing, like extended, graduating into graduate school. And I wanted to be involved in like form my community as well in graduate school. So that meant I needed to try a lot of things and not like limit myself to things, to like opportunities and other activities that I may be interested in, but probably most definitely, and just for my own sanity, honestly, will not continue to do so further into the graduate career. Really passionate about like conveying information that's accessible to people, because I do not think that the current education system does that, or does that well. And that's something I was really interested in doing. That made me want to like practice. I could practice by being a TA. It was my first semester, so I didn't do that. So I like wanted to do tutoring at an academic center, and it happened to be at like the athletic academic center, which is really great here that they have a whole center for that. That's one thing. I came from an engineering background, so I was still like holding on to like engineering things. So I joined like a multicultural organization in the engineering department. And then I joined BGSA because I'm Black and I needed like to see Black people. That was something that I did. There was McNair because I'm also a McNair scholar. So I was like doing all of these things to see how I kind of like, I think because I wanted to continue the same pattern that I did in my last year of undergraduate, but also because I wanted to like just benefit myself and like take advantage of opportunities that that are there and the resources that are freely available. Because I think even Letitia like brought that up sometime when I met her, but Penn State has so many resources, so many and opportunities that I think are underutilized, and like that you can like develop professionally, like just as a great person, like, and that's what I was doing in my first year. I did a lot, and I I probably shouldn't have, but I don't know, here I am now. I was talking to Letitia.
So there were two things that came out of what you said that really resonated with me. One of them is the fact that, so I thought that I was a graduate student that, got out there and got involved in different things. But I didn't even know that going to the athletic academic tutoring center, I didn't even know that was a thing. Honestly, I have not heard of any graduate students doing that. And so I know when I first found out that you were doing that, I was like, wow, like she really has like stepped outside of her discipline, her area, and is really doing something solely for herself, right? I mean, we don't have any connection to the academic, right? The athletic center at all. So like you reached out to them, you went to them, and you figured out how can you be involved for the fact that you like to teach. And then the second thing that came out to me is kind of like how you took the things from your undergrad and you said that you wanted to continue them on. Undergrad was when I learned that the work, like being told no is not the worst thing that can happen. And so when I realized that, I started taking every opportunity that I had in my capacity to apply for. After I realized that if you tell me no, that's okay, I just started applying for everything. And I just started taking all these different opportunities really to just figure out what I was interested in, what I really enjoy doing to help mold myself. And so it seems like that's what you did in your first year. And I wonder, have you kind of limited, like, did you drop off some things that you weren't really too interested in, or honed in on certain organizations and your skills for them?
Yeah, I think definitely, because it was my first year, and I think I had a lot of time. I had a lot of time, and I was doing research, and that's cool. I think moving forward, I'm gonna have to like take my research more. I'm gonna have to devote a lot more time to my research to make sure I'm doing it well. So one thing, unfortunately, I'm most likely gonna have to drop off is the like volunteering or working at the tutoring center. Or the academic center for the athletes, which is actually really sad because part of the reason why I didn't intentionally like seek out like I want to work with athletes. In fact, I feel like there's a misconception with working with athletes because I feel like academically they get a horrible rep, like a horrible rep, and I too believed that. Like I was going in thinking that it was awful. Like these people don't try. Like, oh my goodness, they're terrible. But then you get like you like sit with them and you work with them and you hear about like their schedules, and like I don't know, you start to empathize and you get a better picture. So like I like grew connected to these students and like it's just I don't know, I'm gonna miss it because like I don't know, and like a lot of them happen to also be Black. I work with like football players. I think that was like nice opportunity like to like connect and like connect on multiple levels with the students. And again, like I said, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to work with them this semester and the upcoming semesters because of my research. So I'll be honing more onto like multicultural organizations like MEGA, which is the Multicultural Engineering Graduate Association, and BGSA. And specifically, I guess I took more responsibility now that like this Black Lives Matter had a whole revival apparently, and people want to like they say they want to take this whole institutionalized racism and academia thing more seriously. There are a bunch of like groups that are happening, and since I happen to be one of the 4 Black people in the department, they're like, you should be there. And I'm going to be there because I don't want to, you can't, it's unfortunate because you don't want to teach, you don't want to, it's not your role to teach them. It's not something I'm willing to like risk. So that's what I'm doing. I think it's more important, since I'm not teaching, we're teaching or tutoring. I'm finding other ways to do that, to like hone in on like conveying concepts. I don't know, I might do some TAing things. I don't know, I'm gonna continue to dedicate time to that on my off time. I'm not gonna let it go.
And you shouldn't, right? Like that is something that you enjoy. And I almost want to try to sit with you and figure out how can we allow you to keep doing the academic center. I don't know. I feel like where there's a will, there's a way. And if it's something that you're truly passionate about, I would never advocate for anyone to let go of anything that they're truly passionate about. We're talking about how you work at the Athletic Academic Center and you realize that you had a bias towards athletes. And by you getting out, right, and exploring these different interests that you have, you were able to address that. I think more people should follow in that example and just like try things. Like that is literally the only way that you will find out what your biases are, what things you like, what things you dislike, what things make you tick, and just all of that.
I have a vision board like right in front of me right now, and I said, Sierra, you have to be fearless. Like I wasn't like joining organizations because I didn't think I would fit in or like they would welcome me, or I wasn't applying to scholarships because I thought that I wouldn't be like applicable. Like I wasn't doing things because I was fearing rejection, and it like limited me.
Okay.
And so the last year and like grad school, I said I wanted to be more intentional and fearless with trying to take advantage of opportunities. And if these opportunities don't come into fruition, whether it's like I'm not going to continue staying involved in one organization, or this role doesn't fit me, or I don't like this research topic, so I'm not doing it anymore, then that's that on that. But I'm not going to close the door on something that I'm interested because of fear.